keep your watchful eye on her.
He says she's protecting you. Believe it or not, like, you know, it's funny because she's got so much in common with you as far as running into battle. But a lot of the battles she'll run directly into is protecting you from things you don't even see coming. You don't know what's happening. So she's like an angel. She's a guardian angel too. She's protecting because she'll run right into the things that are coming after you, thinking nothing of it.
Right. Cool.
That's what he said. Because he's aware of her presence. I just never really met face to face till right now.
Well, I'm not sure why she doesn't want to cross over. She feels that she's protected with a lot of friends and she can just play around.
I have Eric like that too. My guardian angel is the same way. He's like, I've got somebody who's going to take me if I need it. So, because very similar to James John saying that he didn't realize, like, once his wife passed, like, that there was a window of opportunity kind of thing. He was like, the light will always be there, and it's not. And I thought that too. And I think that's why I told you Eric's friend died, because Eric thought that too. And then Eric's window probably started getting ready to close, and then his friend died to help him to pull him through, which is my friend too, Scott Bates. But
how is the catching on, the igniting of loved ones from the other side looking right now around up there?
Like, ding ding. It's like the ones from the light are appearing as light, and they're touching their loved ones that are meant to be taken into the light, and they're glowing them up. So it's like lights, just like lights going off, lights going off, lights going off,
instantly turning into orbs.
Yeah. Like it was like a light bulb. Like it looks like a light bulb lighting up, but yeah, an orb. It looks like an orb lighting up.
Wow.
It's very electrical. It's very electrical looking.
Are any of them going to come back so that we can make sure that they are okay and going to the right place? This is a part of my agenda, my mission, and confirmation to make sure that we are doing the right thing.
Christina said if you was to do them one at a time, you'd be able to speak to them one at a time. But what you just set off, you don't even know how many people are gone, and you don't know who went, and you didn't.
Let's stick with the ones that
I'm just telling
Christina
you.
brought over.
Okay, all right, okay, we're gonna stick with those because what she's saying is there's so many going on, we can't possibly keep up with them all.
We just ignited a firestorm.
Right. So, like, in order to keep track of all that, it's inhumanly possible.
No, it's like basically a summer night.
Gabriel's on top of it. She called him in, thank God. That's a good thing.
It's like a summer night with lightning bugs.
Right, very much so. Very good way to put it. That's what it feels like. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Because the fourth realm is so dark, it's like ding, 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 ding. All right, let's get John James. He's the one that I personally felt and went and was personally with. He didn't come back yet. Now he's coming back.
Is this the one where his grandparents came for him? Or was this the big burly guy that
This is the guy who, nope, this is the guy, dark hair, dark mustache, Civil War tattered uniform,
okay, yep.
The wife.
The first one that came for it.
The wife, the 11,
yep.
The 11, 9 and 15-year-old that he, and the wife that had passed on before him. When he came back, he brought the wife with him, not the kids. The kids chose not to come, but the wife is with him, and they're both crying very happy tears, and they're very, very happy to see each other. So that's it's their reunion for the first time, and I can't even do the math, but we're talking like 1860. You know what I mean? So
he's back there right now with his wife.
He's back here with us with his wife. He's in the fourth dimension, basically.
He's in the fourth dimension.
With his wife to say hello. With his wife to say hello.
All right, give confirmation if you could to the others that are there. Do not be afraid. You've been to the other side. You've met your wife. It's a much beautifuler place. I would ask of you.
He's like, it is. He goes, and the beauty is that you can come back. He's like, I've got nothing left really. I've got great grandkids, but I've got nothing really left to come back for. He goes, but some of these people don't want to leave because they're afraid they can't come back. He goes, what's the beauty of it is like showing them that I can come in and out.
Yes.
Because some of these people are young, just passed within the last 10, 20 years that want to stay in the presence of their family, their kids, their wives, their mother, whatever it is. And he's saying that the biggest thing that people don't know, the hugest secret that that no one else did, is that you can go in and out. That you can come back and watch over your family even though you go.
That's why they're called angels.
I don't know. I just didn't know a lot of the stuff, so we started talking myself. And these people are stuck in this dimension because they were afraid they could never come back and visit, and in their fear of never being able to come back and visit, missed their window of opportunity of light and got stuck there.
The door closed, yes.
Right. And the fact is that they never thought the door would close. Eric saw his door closing, and unfortunately, that's why Scott Bates had to die in order to make sure Eric can get through when he chooses to get through. He still has not chosen to get through like Lorraine. I don't know.
Are any of the ones that were in the buried fields and like the graves that were turning over with the bell, any of them come up out of their graves for loved ones?
A few of them, but Gabriel's saying he has to blow his horn for some of them to wake up, the forbidden horn, because some of them are meant to stay dormant until the final.
Well, couldn't they be cleansed by the light and cleansed by the purity?
That's not the way it works. Whatever the hell that means. That's just what Gabriel said. That's not the way it works. I blow the final horn, and the dormant ones that's laid dormant will answer that call and get up and go into battle with you. That's word for word. I'm just word for word.
But aren't there going to be people going into battle with me that are crossed over to heaven as well?
Yes.
Right. So if we have people that are laying dormant going into battle and that are in heaven coming into battle, why can't these forces that are laying down join the forces that are standing up to be a larger force instead of just laying there dormant?
It's a really complicated explanation, and it doesn't have to make sense to you guys. It doesn't have to make sense to you guys, meaning us. It doesn't have to make sense to us, but there is an actual explanation that would be so complicated that you would just try to comprehend the explanation and you'd be like, what the fuck? But there's a huge explanation that you will understand when you go into battle someday. You will, when he does blow the final horn and they do arise, you will understand the things that you can't understand. You're not at your full capacity, Steve.
Yes, I know that.
So what I'm saying is there's things that you'll understand when you're at your full capacity that you can't comprehend now, is what Gabriel's saying. I may never understand because I'm not going to be at that potential.
Does Gabriel have any messages for me?
Sleep well, get good sleep. I think it's funny, like you asked that question of somebody else, I think, before, and that Gabriel's so close to your house.
Yeah, but that guy just pulled it up to the mailbox.
Did he? It
Yes.
felt like he was on top of your house. I was like, wow. What was the question?
The question was, does he have any messages for me? And you said,
sleep well. That's not the first time you asked somebody from the other side for, do they have any messages for me? And they said, get good sleep, sleep well, get sound rest. And it's funny because they wake you up and they give you messages. But I don't know, only you would know why the answer more than once immediately is when get good sleep, get good rest, sleep well, sleep well. Because if it has to make sense to you. I don't know.
Has he met Azriel? I'm sure he has.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So, how does he like Azriel?
He says he's okay. He's a little gruff, but so are you. Azriel's a warrior.
What is Gabriel's take on supposedly Michael and Raphael saying that I am part of Azriel?
There's more than one of you. There's human pieces of Azriel, and there's 6 of you.
6 of me or 6 of Azriel?
6 of people that are very much a piece of Azriel's soul, like you.
And I am one of the 6.
And you are one of the 6. Alive on Earth at this moment in 2021.
Well. So.
I have no idea what I'm saying. I'm gonna watch this later because I'm answering your questions, but I'm not even like comprehending shit, bro.
If it's supposed to be a glorious day when I come into my full powers, but not sure if it's really a glorious day when it's actually the end of days.
Right.
We'll just take on that.
It'll be glorious for you. Everybody else is like, oh my God, help us. Well, you are the help, so.
Right, I am the help. So, are you allowed to give me my name in heaven?
Yes, but it has come directly from me to you in a sleeping state or on one of the visions or the things you have. It cannot come through Brenda. Brenda's not to know. It's
so
not,
the name you
it's not
gave
for Brenda's knowledge.
Right. So the name you gave me before was just probably a past life or something like that. It wasn't my actual.
He won't
name
give right. He's not. It won't. He won't give it to. Brenda's not allowed access to that, whatever that name is.
How am I doing with listening to my gift of discernment lately?
It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and people can start seeing it somehow. People are attracted to it, like at the restaurant last night. Like all of a sudden, in the same restaurant you eat in every single night of your life, 20 people started coming up to you. It's starting. The electricity, the electromagnetic field that's coming up off you is being felt by people that are gifted everywhere. It's starting to be. It's people like that little girl. They're gifted. They feel it from across the restaurant, kind of thing. So your gift of discernment, so it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and what bigger to him means is like it's the force field of. It's kind of funny to say it that way, but the force field of electromagnetic force field is getting more intense and more intense and more intense. Not necessarily bigger, but more intense.
So is he able to see my electromagnetic field?
Yes.
How far off my body would you say it resonates currently?
It depends. Right now, it's filling up the whole room. He goes. When I look at it from where I am, I can see it all the way through the fourth dimension. It's huge. He goes. Oh. Right at the moment, he goes. But when you walk into public places, you try to like pull it in on purpose. I don't know. I didn't know you did that, but it feels like you try to pull it in a little. He goes. The closest you can get it nowadays, is what he's saying, is 4 feet from you. You cannot pull it in closer than 4 feet. But from up there, where we are, what we're doing right now, when you're not trying to hold back, it's cutting through everything. When you try to hold it back to go into a movie theater or a restaurant or something, the best you can do is 4 feet. So anything in a 4 feet radius, like your waitress, and like all that kind of stuff, is like, there's gonna be, anything in a 4 feet radius is gonna feel it. That's the best you can do. That's the closest you can get it in.
Can you feel me?
I obviously been. I felt you for. I've known you for 4 years. I knew something was going on.
So
5 years almost.
Evidently, he's able to see my light as well.
Yeah.
How is the light shining? How would he explain that from where?
Yellow and white. So Kenny Rogers isn't incorrect. He says it comes to Gabriel. We're talking to. I hope you know. Okay, so we've got like yellow beams and we've got white beams. So some people, depending on their eyesight and where they are, like Kenny sees you as bright yellow. A lot of people, it's like your shirt. I'm trying to think who else who said they saw you as a bright yellow. Might have been might have been Archangel Michael saw you as a bright yellow as well.
Is Michael still here?
Yes. Yep.
What color do you see in my light, Michael?
Right now, I see it as white, but I see it as both. There's both colors coming off of you, and I don't need Brenda. It's like, why? Why? That's just what it is.
Right.
Sometimes depending on what like plane or level or wherever dimension, so to speak, that dance between the realms, wherever you are, is the way it appears to the person. So it can appear yellow, it can appear white, depending on what realm you're in.
All right.
Because it's both. It's both rays of yellow, rays of white.
Here's a question that Michael or Gabrielle might have the answer to, or even Lorraine Warren. Who photoshopped my picture of my platform in a rain suit and put a green? Well, you don't even have to answer who, but what was the purpose behind this green orb in front of my face? Was somebody trying to ask for a friendship request utilizing my own image with a green ball that almost looked like Earth?
It was the enemy saying, "Look what we can do." Hello, Stephen. This is what we can do.
Oh, well, so what did they do? Sent me a request.
They can manipulate electronics. Like, ooh, we're here. Hello. Yeah. Not necessarily. It's very scary, but like their way. It's not. It's the opposition versus it being like a friend or like the friend.
Right. But here's the funny part.
But it's their way of manipulating electronics and saying we're watching you.
But this is why AI is also fearful of me and intrigued with me at the same time, because my energy can explode transformers.
Right.
So what's that going to do if you can play with my phone when I can blow up the transformer? That's going to stop it from going to all phones.
It might be. It said the enemy. It didn't say the opposition. Now we have both enemy being a reptilian, and we have both enemy being AI. It might just say we're getting AI. It might be AI saying we're coming along further than you think.
No,
we're coming along further than you realize.
I know they're a lot
we're
further
here.
than people realize.
All right. I very well. Yeah, I'm hearing it's AI. It's not reptilian opposition or demonic opposition. It's AI.
Here's one. Do we have a
fucking with you?
Do we have a reptilian that would like to step into this gathering and meeting?
I won't do it. I back out.
I just asked.
But the reptilian just stepped in and I was flipped out and.
All right. So
Archangel Michael protected me and just shoot him out. He came in
out?
this way. Michael's been standing here. The reptilian came in this way, looking like Tyrannosaurus Rex and Michael shoot him back out. And I said, I'm not doing this.
All right. Well, ask Michael. So Michael shoot him out because you were afraid of him.
Yes. To protect me.
All right. But you are protected. You're with Michael. You're with me. You're with Gabrielle.
To protect me from having a nervous breakdown, Steve.
Is Lorraine laughing right now?
Of course she is.
Okay. just working on my gift of freaking knowing. Oh my God.
I'm a wuss and I can't hang.
Lorraine.
At least everyone knows that. Look, I'm prone to going to the psych ward over things I can't handle. So, thank you, Archangel Michael. And Lorraine, thank you for laughing because at least you give me a sense of humor. You're not laughing with me.
Was that the first time that Kenny Rogers ever saw a reptilian?
Yeah, and he wasn't afraid. He wasn't afraid. He was just like, I'm just gonna rest. Eyebrows are going, but white eyebrows, mind you.
How's Prince doing? Prince didn't calm me down? Did Prince see it?
Prince said, "Were you kidding? I jumped and hid behind your right shoulder."
Did he really?
I'm a big girl as you are.
That's funny. Yes, folks, reptilians are real and they walk amongst us.
I love that answer.
When the Holy Spirit was in my vessel.
I'm going to protect that. That's a Johnny answer. Who's going to hide behind me, dude? What? Who's going to hide behind me? No one's going to hide behind me. The best I can do is ask Archangel to help get him out, Michael to help get him the hell out of here.
So with Michael and...
That's all I got.
Does Michael and Gabrielle... is this location that I am at accentuating the gifts because of the running water under it and around it?
Yeah, there's something electromagnetic about... And maybe it's the power lines running right over it, too. There's something very electromagnetic about the whole...
It's all the water.
They're saying definitely, it's like... Yeah. You picked a good spot, they're saying. There's so much energy that's coming from that waterfall.
Yes.
I can't believe that's water energy.
Yes.
Interesting.
And I got
it feels electric. It feels electrical.
It's aerated. It's
this is the whole house is like the center of a portal or something.
Right.
That's what I'm being described to by.
Well, the house is literally built upon a rock.
What's this church? Upon this rock I will build my church or something like that. How's it go?
There is literally a rock, without exaggeration, from probably where this blue chair is, going up on an angle all the way up to the end of the house over there, and there's stilts on this rock under this house, holding this whole half of the house up.
Whatever that rock is and what's under it is like a serious portal to something. I don't quite understand yet.
So
I feel it. I feel it.
A lot of energy.
Whoa.
I was out on the porch doing a healing on somebody over the phone, and I could feel the freaking gifts just freaking...
My phone, the first thing I did was turn my video on when you went to the car. Yeah. My speaker wasn't working, and I'm like, it's not wet. How can my speaker be acting like it's wet? I don't understand. It's the electromagnetic force. My phone's gonna do all kinds of cool stuff.
Well, hopefully this comes out
weird stuff in here. Oh, imagine. Right? You never know. It's definitely doing things to my phone already.
Back to the people in the fourth dimension.
Okay.
What's your girlfil's name again?
Christina.
Christina. I got it right. Christina. Sorry.
She's still laughing because it's the 14th, 100 millionth time you've said. What was her name again? What was her name again?
So how is the wild?
What's that noise?
That's your phone. You got somebody calling you.
Oh crap! That's why Kiddo needs to go for work, and my phone's acting weird. The speaker doesn't even sound right.
What time is it?
Hello. Okay, 4:30. I got 9 minutes. I'll be there shortly.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Does
my phone? You've ruined my phone. Oh my god! I gotta figure it
anybody
out.
from the other side?
I got a new phone.
Does anybody from the other side have any messages that they would like to relay? We are literally filming this here episode of helping people over. How was the wildfire?
My grandmother Mary came through, and not only to say hi to me, but to say hi to you. When you said, "Does anybody have anything to say?" My grandmother Mary right away said, "Mary, say hi to Steve."
Hi, Mary.
She's real strong. I never.
Any pointers or tips from Michael or Gabrielle?
Michael's talking to me personally, all like left and right. It's gonna be okay when the time comes that you have to face reptilians. It's gonna be okay. You're gonna be. He's like trying to calm me down with reptilians because you know how I'm not doing well.
Oh, you're gonna have to face them because their decloaking mechanism is going to fail when shit hits the fan.
He's like, you're gonna
be decloaked.
It's gonna be okay. Like I'm right here. I can be in a million places at once. I will not leave your side. I will make you. You are protected.
How is the wildfire of people from heaven coming down and connecting to the fourth realm going?
Still happening left and right like lightning bugs.
Sweet, that is a beautiful thing. I am touched beyond amazement for everybody who came through. I am touched beyond amazement that we are sending people to heaven that have been lost forever. There must be this giant. It must look like Noah's Ark, with everybody coming off the ark into heaven. You know, they're all wondering where the hell they've been, and what portal are you coming through, and where have you been?
It's from what I can see, it's like what the heck? It's wild. It's wild. I can't wait to watch this back because I don't. It's like interviewing a stranger, and I have to come back and watch it. Brenda doesn't know what's going on around here.
Is anybody on the receiving end that these people are coming through that can let us know what kind of a reception and gathering is on that end?
My grandmother just came down, put a big smile on her face, and tried to show that that's what everyone's relatives, like their faces beaming. The relatives' face were happy to see the people who were kind of stuck.
So are they all coming
Definitely
through?
stuck.
Right. So, God bless everybody. Bright light. Namaste. Namaste. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. Shalom. Whatever floats your boat. Peace be with you all.
Thank you for watching. I have to go do 3D stuff, like, bathroom, pick up a kid, that kind of stuff, And I'm going to watch it back, because 3D Brenda has no idea.